devotion and your drive, we are going to keep on fighting. And together, we will make America great again. Ay, 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 por Dios. Yo voy a votar por Donald Trump. Repítelo. Ay, 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 por Dios. Ay, por Dios. Yo voy a votar por quién? Por Donald Trump. Mi gente sale a votar sin...
Hello, everyone. It is season 4 of Arden, the crotchety old man, and we're starting off with a little Spanish Trump music. It's it's a group who actually sings all of these pro-Trump songs, all in Spanish, and they're traveling all around Florida and all around the. Now they're trying to float down to Venezuela. So, what do we have in store for season 4? Well, I spoke with Dr. D, and he will hopefully be joining us next week for his movie review. And I will be doing my own movie review. We might actually do the same movie. I'm actually going to do a review of Stakeland that I watched this week, and I actually enjoyed it. Very good movie, but I'll go into a little bit more details about it. And but before that, we have so much political news, and I'm actually hoping that Dr. D and I are probably going to move slightly away from the political and try to do more, go more into the humorous spots. Maybe eventually getting rid of all of the, maybe only do political humor only, possibly. I don't know. I think we're just going to wing it. If that makes sense. Feel free, if you want to reach out to us. I believe it. I have my Gmail set up as ardenthecrotchtyoldman@gmail.com, or directly through Buzzsprout. That's another way to reach out to us. This way, if you have your own ideas, feel free, shoot us an email, and we'll be able to do this. Our Twitter page is rocking. We are having, I think, every week, even our YouTube videos, well, it's not really a video, it's just my goofy head. I eventually would actually like it to be me. That'd be kind of fun. So what's going on in the news? Well, first of all, it's January 7th, the day after January 6th. So did anyone actually see the Democrats actually go out and have a candlelight vigil for January 6th? I mean, seriously, these people have been lying for so long, and more of these reports that keep coming out. People should have started questioning when Joe Biden, the auto pen, when he pardoned the entire January 6th committee. That's pretty interesting that he pardoned the entire January 6th, because it was a complete and total hoax. The videos are now actually coming out. We're seeing people that it's just walking through, doing nothing. And we're finding out that all of this has been lies, that there was over 270 70 FBI agents. We find out that Mr. Epps actually was an informant for them. He gets arrested, but he never got charged. Just fascinating. But yet this is their issue, and they think it's a winning issue. So you still have AOC out there still saying that she almost was killed. She almost was raped. She wasn't even in the building. She was actually across the street from the Capitol. But this is how the left sells their narrative. It's all Trump all the time in the negative. And now the current negative is how Trump went in and, well, not Trump, but he sent in the Delta Force and actually, their words, kidnapped Maduro, the leader of Venezuela. Now, on some parts, I'm going to be honest, on some parts, I actually do not totally agree with it, to a point. Only if there's absolutely no plan, then I would like to sort of know a very general plan. I do not want this to be another Iraq or Afghanistan. I don't want us investing any money, any boots on the ground that are in unique shape. I know that the vice president of Venezuela has been sworn in. So they do have leadership. So there is a vacuum, and the administration is watching her very, very closely. But it's one of those cases where, I mean, when we captured Noriega, it was considered a great thing. But because it's Donald Trump, he went after Maduro. And I wonder if Donald Trump or the Delta Force actually will get the bounty that Joe Biden put on. It was $25,000 so he had no problem with overthrowing the government. Joe Biden didn't, and the Biden administration, but they never actually wanted to do anything. And that was another thing on the Sunday shows where they actually are complaining that, Trump is just an evil, he's a dictator, blah, 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 blah. And then you see clips of the same people like Chuck Schumer actually, when Trump was in office, saying how he's not doing anything to Maduro. And now that he does, now they hate him. So they are defending a dictator, yet they call Donald Trump a dictator. I mean, like, how do people side with this? And you look at CNN polls, and you have to understand, so CNN actually said that 42% actually agree with it, 40% disagree with it, and 18 do not know. Okay, that's fair. Now, there's people who are going to disagree with it no matter what. And they kept saying if he cured cancer. Man, he could save a puppy in a burning fire and literally put out the fire, save the puppy, and they would be very upset that the fire was actually natural. I mean, you can't win with the Democrats, ever. So they're trying. But Maduro's out. Then you have people saying, well, can he be actually charged? We're breaking international law, blah, 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 blah. Are you serious? I mean, I was going to play the Dave Chappelle clip where he said, he was talking about if you want to sanction him as president, where's your army? Oh, you don't have an army? Then you got to shut the F up. Great. If you ever watch it, I mean, that's kind of what Trump's doing. I mean, think about it. Russia invades the Ukraine, and what did the UN do? What did the international court do? Nothing. Nothing. It's weak. One of the things I've never understood is why Trump never talks about getting rid of the UN. I mean, it's in New York. I mean, Manami probably loves it. But it's a waste of U.S. taxpayer money. It's just ridiculous that we're spending all this money on the UN because I believe we pay for 3/4 of it and the rest of the world doesn't. And most of the people there hate us. I totally don't understand it. But one of the most interesting things, and this is a theory now, and I first heard it on Newsmax, but now I actually see it more and more. So it's called the pizza theory. And according to some unique statistics, pizza places around the Pentagon had 1,250% more activity right before the Maduro, when we went after Maduro. Why? It's because all of these people are staying late because it was a late night. So all these people are staying at the Pentagon. And supposedly it's happened before. So they're saying if there's something that the Pentagon will be doing, you will find out very quickly by seeing the activity of pizza places around the Pentagon, because they're going to be making pizzas and bringing them to the Pentagon. Interesting. I mean, someone actually thought of that and actually looked it up. Now, I'm wondering if with the whole Pentagon and the pizza thing, there was a whole thing with Trump trying to go after Greenland again. And, first of all, there are only 57,000 people in Greenland that are Greenlandians, I think. They're part of Denmark. A lot of them don't want to be part of Denmark. Part of them, they still want their own independence, and possibly then. Trump is offering them, to pretty much buy their vote that they secede, I almost said succeed, secede from Denmark. I mean, think about it. How much value would it be if he offered $1 million or even $2 million to every person in Greenland? That's, not much money, That's barely, it's a little over 150,000 dollars. I mean, it's like $1 million, thousand. Geez, taught me how to math. I went the Leering Center. That's where I learned. Yeah. I'll talk about Waltz later. But yeah, so he could offer every Greenlandier, I gotta look that up, $1 million or $2 million. And there's 57,000. To put that in perspective, my hometown in Teaneck, New Jersey, outside of New York City, maybe 10 minutes out, 15 minutes outside New York City, has 48,000 people. So a town in New Jersey, that's not even a huge town. We're not talking about like Newark or Camden or or Trenton. We're talking about a town almost has as many people as all of Greenland. So hopefully he can buy it. Hopefully there's no military. He might just put people in there, leave the Greenlanders on the coast and just keep moving in. We have Air Force bases there already. So why not just take it over? Just take it over with ease. Just put forces there, leave the people there alone and be like, here you go, have some food, have some money, enjoy your lives. And if you want to become part of the U.S., gain your independence and then let us know. That would be great because it would be worth it because of all it's the defensive positioning of Greenland is very important, but it also is filled with materials we could use. A lot of minerals, a lot of different type of elements that we could use for our own gain. And so you have 50,000 people, and Denmark is getting all upset. What has Denmark really done for these people and made their lives easier? Not much. But the leader of Denmark is yelling about how that Trump is going to destroy NATO. Trump has actually said no, not at all. He's like, I'll be there. People have treated the U.S. NATO has treated the U.S. so badly because we pay for everything, and it needs to stop. We need to get Doge back, Doge NATO again. But when I was talking about Tim Walz, so he is not running for his third term election, and now people are saying that we are going to be fine, but he doesn't want to quit being governor right now. He's probably trying to line up something where if he does quit, he'll get a pardon or something from the current governor, or maybe he'll hold on as long as possible. Maybe that the Democrats win election, or I know Amy Klobuchar, who has her own problems, is thinking about running now for governor after him. And then she could pardon him for any crimes he committed in the state of Minnesota. How is Minnesota so effed up? Do you remember when Jesse the Body Ventura was the governor of Minnesota? That was quite a long time ago. But he was probably a lot better than Tim Walz. I mean, it's bad. I mean, over $9 billion. And by the way, he's blaming Trump. He's blaming Trump. He's been there for 7 years? And he has been governor, and he's blaming Trump about all of these problems there. Meanwhile, Trump is also looking at trying to send the DOJ into California as well, which is just unbelievable. Like how much fraud and waste there truly is. I mean, you can't get into $36 trillion in debt without it. You really can't without fraud. Problem is that the Republicans will just have hearings and then more hearings and more hearings. And it'll go nowhere because that's what they do. They have hearings, and then they try to make money. They're fundraising off of, we have to stop this. We have to stop. They don't do shit. They don't actually do anything. And Trump is trying to do it. Meanwhile, They actually just lost one congressman died the other night. I apologize, I didn't actually write his name down. He was from California, so there will be a special election, but supposedly it takes at least 90 days. And Newsom, he's not going to do it because he's not going to want until the next cycle where their new gerrymandered, I hate that word, but their new gerrymandered electoral map goes into effect. But he is going to have this one person in there for a while, a new person. And then another Republican congressman was in a traffic accident and he is hurt and he's not going to be around for a little while. So they keep losing people. And Marjorie Taylor Greene, she's gone. So they're just losing Republicans left and right. Meanwhile, the Democrats just run on anything against Trump. Like they're defending Maduro, they're defending the Somalis, they're defending everything. It's insane. And people believe them. I've been so addicted to X lately or Twitter. I'm seeing all of these things and seeing the videos of the call to prayer being played in Manhattan and Queens, New York, seeing New York City stop traffic right in Times Square for people to have call to prayer. Can you imagine if this happened and there was a whole bunch of Christians, trying to have mass in the middle of Times Square or just to pray? There would be anarchy. It's so bad. It's so bad. But yet you're considered a racist if you do not accept it. You are a racist if you bring it up. And it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing how we bent over backwards. Ever since 9/11, we've bent over backwards for the Islamic communities. We're bent over backwards for them. And yet they're using everything in their power to completely take control over our country. And we always say, oh, it ain't going to happen. It ain't going to happen. Have you seen England lately? Have you seen most of Europe lately? It is happening all over the world. We're just holding on. We're going to have to deal with the rednecks and have them save us. Wow, think about that. The rednecks are going to rise up and they're going to say, nope, it ain't going to happen. But it's just bad because you're not allowed to say anything bad about them. So anytime you investigate, you're called a racist. It's just amazing. Islamophobia. But yet here they are. They're like the call to prayer, by the way. It's not like they're doing it quietly. I actually work with quite a few Muslims in my one job I work with. They actually will go outside and they have a prayer mat and they're at the far end of the parking lot. You don't even see them. They're not demanding that they be inside in the front, where everyone can see them and you have to do what they say. No, they actually are, they're in the back and they do what they do. No problems. Perfectly fine. And they're not threatening anyone. It's just bad. Yeah, the Leering Center. Oh my God. Sometimes I do feel like I went to the Leering Center. And Ma'am Donnie, and I'm not going to sing, Ma'am Donnie. No, so today, the tenant czar, I don't know if it's Sia or C. Weaver, she actually had her post where she's pretty much saying that there's the ability where there is no property that belongs to anyone anymore. In fact, it's going to be almost taken, but she doesn't want to use the word taken. That New York City has the right to your property, even more so if you are white. This has come out. We have the video of her talking all about this. But then today broke that this woman has a $1.6 million home in Tennessee. Huh. I don't think she's given up that 1.6. By the way, a $1.6 million home in Tennessee. I wonder how much that would be worth. Right inside like Manhattan. That probably would be like a $10 million, $20 million home. I mean, it's absolutely insane. But this is how the elitists work. You know, she complains, it's her issue, but she doesn't have to live up to the issues. And we had so many people laughing and complaining about the MTA, the subway and buses are now going to be $3. Now, Mandani does not actually control that. Even though he says buses are going to be free, he does not control pricing. That's actually done by the city council as well as the governor. So he can't be blamed. He just looks like an idiot because he was saying how it's going to be free and then it's not. So that's everything that's pretty much going on. I mean, it has just been one thing after another after that. It's been such a massive, just such a massive amount of news for people like me who are news junkies and just don't understand it. It's overwhelming. You know, I don't know how Donald Trump can keep up with it all. I mean, I know his staff is incredible, but just, I mean, how they do things. I mean, when they abducted Maduro and, you know, a couple people were hurt, but there was no casualties on the US side. And only one of their, I don't know if it was a plane or helicopter, had damage. That's incredible. I mean, how good were they? And the ability, by the way, where they turned off the lights. So they have the ability to literally like turn off the power when they go in. So we don't even know what kind of technology they have. But so all of the so-called experts are saying, yeah, Russia and China watched this and are probably a little nervous at how well it was done and how easily it was done. So that's what's going on in the world. Now, what I care about most, movies. So today, I'm going to be doing a review of a movie called Stakeland. And it's Stakeland, I have to say 1, because there is a Stakeland 2 with the same actors. It's a few years later. So I have to make sure people understand. This movie was actually pretty damn good. Not a zombie movie. You know, if you've been listening to me, you know I'm a zombie nerd. These are vampires. And it's actually a virus that started. I wonder if it came from China. China. I wonder if it came from China. Anyway, so it was actually a virus that hits, and it actually caused people to get sicker and sicker and sicker. And then some actually turned into vampires, but not like classic vampires. They were different types, actually different types of vampires, from these ones that basically like how their body structure got like very strong, where you couldn't actually do a stake through the heart. But there was very few ways to kill these things. So it's set after the virus has already gone through. It's like a year and a half later. And people are just kind of like, there's like nomadic tribes in America. And the show is about a man and a young man. The young man was pretty much maybe like 14 years old, and he sees his parents get killed by a vampire, and this guy actually saves the kid and teaches him how to kill these vampires. What's cool about it is that they actually use the teeth of vampires as currency. So the barter system is in place because everything's gone. Everything's been either used or obliterated. So they'll sell like vampire teeth, and it's a currency. So the bigger vampires are worth more because their teeth are bigger. I thought that was pretty cool. And there's they meet a couple of other people that are unique. They found a gentleman who's in the military. He joins them, and they met a nun and a woman who's pregnant, and they just it's not even an adventure. They are just trying to go to a free zone to find an area of peace. And they never get there because there's a whole other group that are just these crazy people that they actually are wannabe vampires, and at the same time they're deeply religious and think that this is the next coming. And so they have to get away from them. So anyway, very solid movie. I mean, considering. Part 2 is the same guys, the same guys. You could tell they're a little older. The 14-year-old kid now has a full mustache, and they get back together. So I'll be watching that one probably this week, and hopefully Dr. D. He's going to be joining us now. He is an expert on all things horror movies, and I do love me some horror movies and cat videos. If you've been following me on Twitter, I have all of these cat videos, and it's a cat working at different stores, like working a cash register and thing, and people are yelling at the cat, and the cat starts like making fun of them, like meow 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 meow. I'm addicted to them. I've spent way too much time on Twitter just laughing my butt off because sometimes you just gotta get away, and things have been going good. The new year we're in that weird part of the year where it's cold and gross. In fact, right now it's actually gray skies. Like it's just ugh. But I'm in a great mood. I realized I am in my 50s when I had to last week I had to move a bookshelf for my fun job, and this week was a couch. And I'm looking, as I walk in, I'm looking at this 19-year-old kid who's just laughing at me. And he goes, "Why didn't you ask me for help?" And I was like, "Because I thought I could carry this couch." It's really bad. Like, I have the mindset of a 20-year-old, but man, physically, not even close anymore. I'm tired. I've reached old manhood. Yeah, but anyway, that's what's going on. So this was just kind of a prelim. Prelim? Probably not the right word, but that's okay. I have no one to correct me here. For what's going to be going on next year for season 4. Hopefully Dr. D joins us. Hopefully we get some. I'm actually may have Mr. N back on. Yeah, I'll ask him if he wants to come back on and talk about what's going on in New York City, because I think the people would want to know. We do have an interesting following in Europe. It is interesting. We have a few people from England, Denmark, we have Germany, and they keep listening to the show in all different ways. And so yeah, I would love to get your perspective on, what's going on in the world as far as, whether it's the Trump administration or it's the Islamic invasion of the West. It'd be interesting to hear from you. So feel free, reach out. Arden, the crotchety old man at Buzzsprout, or Arden, the crotchety old man at gmail.com. Both would work. Love to hear from you. Get your ideas. If you want to be even on the show, feel free. I would love to. I'll let you speak. Now, I would interrupt if I don't like you. I wouldn't yell at you, though. But anyway, feel free, reach out. Thanks, and have an awesome day. Oh, I didn't have my boat music queued up. Typical. This is where I need. What's this one? This might be interesting, but probably not. Anyway, so thank you to everyone. It was a great year, 2025, and now 2026 begins, and we'll see what happens.
Pero el nombre no. Ahí va la tía con pelos de lote que crió.